Hello everyone. I just wanted to put in a few words about how converting energy works. I've had a few experiences with this kind of thing, and I've already discovered everything about it. The hard part is keeping up with it. Because once you start doing this type of thing, converting energy, it is very difficult to keep up at it, because it gets harder and harder the further you get into it. But anyways, converting negative energy into positive energy isn't really the beginning of the process. It usually occurs after you are done meditating, and you meditate with your eyes closed. And if you like to do mantras, that's okay. Actually, while you're doing mantras and thinking about love and just repeating the word love over and over in your mind will generally enhance your field, and it will also crunch your dimensions too. And what I mean by crunching dimensions is that, basically the way I see it, because you are living in the flesh, you are already experiencing all the dimensions at once. It's not more or less a height requirement or something, you don't start at the bottom at 1 and then move up the dimensions. All the dimensions are already there inside you, inside the little dot in your head, which is also a singularity, if you didn't know that. Now you do. But anyways, that's another story. Singularity theory is different than a lot of other theories, and it's a very deep subject to get into, so I'll have to get into that later. But right now we're talking about converting energy, and I might have to throw another part or two with this video because I don't know how long I'm allowed to make these. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. But anyways, while you're meditating and you're thinking about love, and you're repeating that word in your head because it is the only word and most powerful word you can use. Repetition is good when it has good intentions. So you're meditating with your eyes closed. If you want to do a mantra while you're doing this, you can do that mantra, but be sure that while you are speaking out with that mantra, that you continue to think love, 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 and you keep repeating that word in your mind. Now, once you're done meditating, you will experience other beings. Particularly, they are curious because you're attracting love from other dimensions, and generally they will manifest in human form just to see if you're okay, or usually they're nice people, but you might also get the feeling of intimidation because they are of higher frequencies in their minds, and because you've been generating all this love energy, you have already converted a majority of your area, depending on how many times you've repeated it. It could be maybe 50 to 100 foot radius between that, and depending on, like I said, depending on how long you meditate. If you meditate for maybe a minute or two, you probably generated a love field about 40 or 50 feet in radius. I'm only guessing because I don't know exact numbers. I don't handle numbers. Other beings do that. So if you meditate for a good 15 minutes while doing a mantra, you'll probably get a good mile or two coverage in radius. So if you're in your neighborhood and you're doing this at home, generally you will boost the vibration of your entire neighborhood in 15 minutes. If you do a mantra. Now, if you are silent meditating, and you're only doing this with your mind, it probably would only be about a third of that. A third? Yeah, I think it's about a third of that area. Because when you speak into the universe that you're presently in, it gives out your location and enhances your field, and it's hard. It's kind of hard for me to describe, but it's kind of a good feeling. Now, if you want to do a perimeter and charge, like say you want to charge your house, now you would normally go to each corner of your house facing out. Put your back against the corner, and you probably meditate for about a few minutes. 5 minutes is good. If you really mean it when you say love, you really don't have to meditate for very long. A good 5-minute meditation on each corner of your house will generate a permanent field. So, at least around your house, inside your house, it will be permanent, infinite love. And everything outside of that will generally dissipate within a couple miles or so in frequency. So, but if you have any issues with trusting that field, any doubt that you might have, you'll want to go back over it, and you'll probably will have to do it mandatory every 6 months just to enhance the field. Repetition is very good, like I said, if you have good intentions for it. So now, after you've done meditated and you've experienced people coming into your quadrant or area of where you were just meditating, now, unbeknown to you, because they have come in and they have had made that exchange of energy, you will be responsible for converting the negative energy that they have given you, while you have given them your love energy, because they see you as a higher frequency light being after the meditation. And since they see you that way, they figure, oh well, I'll just dump all my problems on this guy. And not knowing who you are, not knowing that you've probably been living on Earth your entire life, and you're just now starting this journey into the light life, they will generally throw all their shit at you, and you'll just have to take it. The thing is that the more you do this meditation stuff, you will come across highly negative beings that are looking for salvation, and most of the time they will be intimidating. They will come up to you, and they might have something bad to say about you, or they might they they're just confused people. Now, when you talk through things with those type of people, they might be a friend that you might have like just stopped seeing, left on bad terms or something, and y'all have to make amends for that. So basically you would feel that energy, the negative energy from the person. It's kind of like an echo type of thing, where you would meditate in that field, you generate the field, but once you leave the field, you're going to be coming across a lot of hate and negativity, and you have to find a way to balance it out within yourself, and just know that, yeah, negativity is there because it cannot exist without positive energy. But I want to continue generating love. So anytime you feel like you might be getting angry, or someone is bothering you, they're leaving bad comments on your YouTube or whatever, don't just ignore them. Because if you ignore them, yeah, sure, they'll go away eventually, but that same negative energy is going to come back at you in another form or another way, and it won't stop until you absorb it. If you hear what I'm saying right now. So you absorb the energy, you just take it and keep saying I love you. Basically is how it works. Because with my experience on the meditation subject, it's, I've meditated before, but once I started experimenting the love meditation, where I just sit and just be love and continue to just repeat that in my head as long as possible as I can, I feel so much better, so much relaxed, so calm, peaceful, nothing is bothering me, and I feel happy. I'm completely content. I can just sit here and do nothing and be completely content with myself. I mean, love requires no action, because love is action. And is very, very powerful too, if you trust it and you believe it in it. And I mean, I don't know why someone would leave a bad comment on your page if you're talking about positivity and love and being happy. The only reason why that would happen is because someone is seeking a transfer, and they want you to help them. They're not commenting, they're not giving you a negative comment just because they want to be mean to you. I mean, you got to remember that negativity is another being, and the human being that is coming to you with this negativity wants you to help that person. Negativity does not understand attraction. Positive and negative attracts. If you're going to be vibing positivity on your YouTubes or whatever page, Facebook, MySpace, whatever, if you're going to emanate love energy into space, which is mostly what everything is made of, space,